Joe.
Yay!
Okay. Are we live?
Yes. So.
I guess so.
Hello. I apologize. My
Hey.
internet took a turn for the worse. So I'm sorry about that. Hello,
Right on
everybody. I'm Liz with my good friend Therese, who is here with me every Monday, regardless of what's going on in our world. And we're joined by Lynn and Caro, who we've missed seeing both of you on here. So welcome back.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Ooh, I got something to show you that is on theme.
Oh, let's see. Oh,
It's coming up
Baker
soon.
made it. Yay. We got some people in the chat already, so thank you. Hope everybody has survived Shark Week.
Hail, chat. Hail.
Hail, chat. How was everybody's Shark Week?
Chat 199.
I think I got lucky because I did a lot of sitting around at the airport and then an airplane and then an Uber and then I had to answer customer service tickets, but the website was lagging, so I was very fortunate.
The stars aligned for you.
Yeah. So I have it here if anybody wants to see it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
it's for my Nana.
Aw.
She's a tiny lady, by the way. And I don't want to surprise you guys, but I made a shawl.
I love it. That's really pretty.
I did the Tunisian crochet that Neil's always like, you should try it. And then I rebelled by being a hooker at the end and doing like a layer of like double stitch all the way at the end. I thought it made a nice border.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Did you say ripple or nipple? Ripple or ripple stitch. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no. I did a double stitch.
The nip slip is a Tabitha thing.
Yeah.
My confusion was like, what the fuck would a nipple stitch look like, and how do I make it?
It would look like a bobble.
I'm working on bobbles right now on my shawl. So
another shawl. I'm excited.
Sherry got bit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, the good thing is there's a lovely prize for people who didn't finish, so maybe you'll win that.
Yeah.
But you at least get stickers, including stickers from us. So that's nice.
That's true.
I don't know if DK finished or whether or not if she doesn't, if Anne will give her stickers. We'll have to wait.
She'll steal them from her kid.
That's a possibility, but hopefully DK finished. I think she did.
Yeah, someone in her family will get. I don't think she finished though.
Did she not?
Oh no.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Therese finished early.
And
now you're hooked on DK socks.
I am. I know I almost cast some on today because the humidity's back. Yay. So I can work on stuff in the morning before the damp comes.
Oh, she didn't finish.
Oh.
Oops.
Wah, wah.
Well, I'm sure Anne will have something to say about it, so we'll leave it between them.
I'm sure she will.
And we lost Lynn again.
Lynn's gone.
No, Lynn.
She got
Oh no.
bit by the shark.
So what yarn did you use, Caro?
It is. I have actually another thing over there, and I'm going to tell you because I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you get up. Oh no, she's going to rip it
perfectly
out.
Here.
Mama Nevin, she's going to rip it out on air tomorrow night. Oh no. Oh dear. She's going hardcore.
She said she wasn't gonna rip it out.
No. Well.
But you should. If you declare, then you should
a project, yeah.
That's the rules.
Well, Sherry, I hope you're okay. I'm sorry you had an injury that stopped you. But hopefully you're okay.
All
right. We also need to get Mama Nevin to come on with us one week. You're always welcome.
Sure.
Oh.
So
you should join us.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, so this is.
Okay.
It's called
Ooh,
Chaos
Chaos
Fiber.
Fiber.
Co. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was so like you do when you go on one of these streams and people start talking about yarn and fiber. Sometimes somebody says something, you're kind of like, oh, I should do that, right?
Mhm.
And
Not us. She's not talking about us. It's
but
other people.
We are not enablers at all.
Anne had made a comment about buying yarn from local people, and I was like, I'm in Texas. There's got to be a local somebody somewhere, right? And so this is somebody that's local to my area.
Yay.
Yay.
That's good.
Yeah.
So Lynn's back again.
Welcome back.
I'm so sorry.
Hey,
It's like
Lynn.
Okay.
Slim Shady.
It happens. We're used to it.
We are. Alas, we are.
And Lynn
Alas.
finished hers. She did a couple of cute toddler hats.
She
Aw.
did.
I started with this one. These are patterns. This pattern is by our lovely deplorable knitter.
Oh.
It's a little shark. You can see where I messed up the chart.
Shh. Don't
Shh,
tell.
I know.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
And
So
so,
cute.
I guess that was number 2. I did this is the first one. Same
Aw.
thing, messed up the chart. Oh well,
The baby won't care.
you don't care. It was intentional. And then last night, I made just use leftover colors.
Mhm.
Made another little baby hat. So some little toddler toques. Toddler
Yay.
knobs are going to be cute with their little toques on.
Definitely.
So stylish. So fashionable.
So fashionable.
Yes.
And I'm using up stash. So
That's
even
even
better.
better.
Hmm?
I finished my shawl.
Yay.
The shawl from
Oh,
Stratus.
another shawl. I'm so excited. Show me the shawl.
See. And the pink is from Chicken Lady.
Oh. I
And
have some of her stuff right here.
the blue is Malabrigo, and the gray is Blue Barn fiber. And it's called Low Tide, so I figured that
That's very
was the
pretty.
theme for Shark Week. But it has little pink pops in it, so it
It
matches
does.
perfectly to Lynn's
It
yarn.
looks great together.
Perfect.
It did come out better than I expected, so I was happy.
Very nice.
So yay, we finished. None of us
We
got
finished.
bit.
Yay.
Finished.
Shark stayed away.
I have my socks. I did 2
They're so cute.
socks.
I will say
What?
having the
Chicken lady, blood spatter.
Oh.
Yep.
Mhm. And it does look. I know it's not. I
Oh.
know it's not the Shark Week color, but it does look like blood in the water.
It was Shark Week last year. Wasn't
Yep.
that your colorway last year? Yeah.
Was that for Shark Week or was it? For,
Mhm.
No, that was for last year's Shark Week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I'm on point
Yeah.
then.
You're good.
I'm good. And the red is some premier. What's her name? The girl that was a reporter.
Deborah Norville or
Deborah
whatever.
Norville. Yeah. That's fine. You know, it works for heels and toes.
Next year I'll actually follow the theme.
Eh.
Okay. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You
That's
just
the
get
beauty
extra-
of it.
But
you
that's
just
a
get extra
challenge.
points. Well, you get extra points
Yeah.
if you do.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Just knit
I-
something or crochet something you want to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
And something
And
you
shawl.
don't feel
like,
you're not going to feel bad about if you have to frog.
oh,
That
Yes.
was like my big motivation because I was like, I'm making this for grandma. I am not unfrogging this. So I was like,
right.
It's for
And
grandma.
I'm kind of like Mama Nevin, and I'm doing it for my challenge. I'm not doing
Yes.
it for like the big challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was
Yeah.
a challenge myself kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, maybe I'll just make a Stephen West pattern because
Yeah.
there'll be a video help with his. So
In a
I
week?
don't know.
some of his shawls are small. I could do that one that Therese loves. You know the one
Which
I'm
one
talking
do I
about,
love?
Spectra.
Oh, I love Spectra.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
do
it's
that in a week.
great. I
You
wanna
did
do
yours in a
another one.
week,
And
and you weren't
yeah,
even under a
maybe.
challenge.
Yeah, I just
You were.
That was car
sitting in your
knitting.
car
I was in
knitting
my
it,
mobile
yeah.
office when I was door dashing. While I waited, I knit a Spectra.
Yeah, I could do that in a week. That's a pretty
was-
shawl.
I don't think I know Spectra.
It's one of
Yeah,
it's
very cool.
gorgeous.
Very short rows.
Yep. 2 color.
Yeah, very cool. 2 colors.
Or more if you want.
Yeah. Well, I
have
used
some
a
self-striping.
variegated
This is-
and a solid. Yeah, it was cool.
This
Lynn's
is
got her
Liz.
partner in
She's
crime.
Kid?
This is my sweetie.
Hi.
She just got out of the shower. She smells so good.
Hello.
Liz is in
I'm
the
in the-
Vegas area.
Nice.
Teresa's
Yep.
in Michigan, but she's in the Upper Peninsula. So
Mm-mm.
she's in the
No,
no.
I'm
Oh,
on
you're
the
at the-
Thumb Coast.
You're on
She's
the
on the
Thumb
thumb.
Coast,
Thumb Coast, like
Michigan.
great.
But we love her.
She's right there. Did people catch any sharks for Shark Week?
They all caught them. They are all safe.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
year,
and
anyway.
Caro is in
This year.
Texas.
What am I
Yeah.
into?
You're
Texas.
in Texas.
Oh, Texas. Yeah.
This is my daughter Kitty. She sometimes joins me on my podcasts.
Hello. It's good to meet you.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. She's the one who came up with that lovely colorway for the techno, what you might call. I can't remember. the name.
Technoblade. Yeah.
Technoblade, yes. I remember that.
Caro's a gamer.
Did good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I do that.
Carol likes to do the whole game. Well, you could see her sword in the background.
I'm kind of a nerd.
So is this one. We don't understand what she's saying most days.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
planning. We're talking about going to SpaceCon in October, and immediately I was like, I'm making Mandalorian armor, and they're like, you're gonna buy it. I was like, let me say that again. I'm gonna make the Mandalorian armor.
my niece has gone into making cosplay.
Nice.
They hire her, and she's done it.
All right,
She and my
go away
daughter
now.
have gone to the anime convention a few years, and she's made their costumes.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, instead of being a Mandalorian, I'm gonna be a Ripalorian because I'm gonna make the armor in theme of work, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna put the logo on the shoulder, and I'm
Oh,
just
that's
gonna walk.
awesome.
And I'm gonna get a cape. I don't know how I'm gonna get the cape, but I'm gonna have a cape that's gonna have the logo on the back, so I can like flail.
Get a piece of fabric and cut the logo out of felt pieces and sew it on. That'll be the easiest, and it'll,
Like
Make
an
it
applique
simple for
or
you.
something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle back and ask you about this in like
mean,
a
you
week or
could-
two.
Or you could hot glue them on if you really wanted to. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Or that fabric glue. Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. I'm gonna come back and
My-
ask you this question.
my-
It's really important to me.
Yeah. Speaking of geeks, my kids went to Disneyland so they could see
Island.
the Star Wars, and my son and his best friend both ended up coming home with the Luke Skywalker's lightsabers. He has a lightsaber, like
Why-
a high-end one that we had made years ago. But Mom, it's not Luke Skywalker's from the Return of the Jedi. I'm like, oh, of course you need Luke Skywalker's from the Return of the Jedi. But
You're
You could be
welcome.
he could be spending money on terrible things. Instead, he spends it on Warhammer and
Yeah, he's not
Star Wars
smoking
stuff.
crack, so it's okay.
Warhammer is its own crack. Like you can't like Warhammer's
it
not
is.
like it's not like a game that you can like dip your toe into. It's like it
No.
starts off at like a $500 investment. I
Mhm.
get it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on his third army now, painting them. He plays, though. He actually goes and plays. There's a Warhammer store or a comic store that does Warhammer games in town,
Nice.
and he goes every couple weeks and he's learning.
So
But
when
he
I
enjoys the actual painting and building.
So when I played Bolt Action, I obviously couldn't afford getting like multiple armies like that. And so what I would do is I would take the arms off, and then I would like get like a drill, and I would kind of very carefully like drill into the body of the figure, and then I would put magnets on either side so I could change the arms out. Because sometimes that's all it is. Like, do they have a knife or do they have a rifle or something like that? So I don't have to buy 50,
Nice. Yeah.
50 soldiers.
Very
I can
smart.
just get like
That's
the one.
smart.
Yeah.
That is.
That's very smart.
Sherry. Whoops. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Where did it go?
Oh, chicken lady
my Ravelry
fiber.
thing.
I have your yarn. It's beautiful. Look,
Yay!
it's gorgeous. I love it.
Yay!
Sherry, this is Spectra from Stephen West.
Spectra.
Seeing that pretty?
Oh, I want to do another one. Oh,
And it's all short rows.
I want to do another one.
Yeah. I have gradient yarn I can use for that.
If you have like a variegated and a solid that coordinate. Oh,
Actually, I'm gonna change projects. Fuck this. I'm going back to this one. I'm gonna use the good yarn.
use the good stuff.
Yep.
Life's short.
Mm-hmm.
Use the good yarn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we come from a house full of geeks, so my kids enjoyed going to Star Wars and not having to pretend that they weren't geeks.
We smell
Our
our
friends
own.
were too. Yeah. Definitely. So what's everybody working on now that Shark Week is over?
Nothing right now. Okay, I'm working on a poncho, but I can't work on it right now because it's too sultry in here.
Sultry.
Ain't that
That's
movie.
a good word.
You've seen that
Sultry.
movie. It's too damn sultry in here.
Oh my.
It's from Throw Mama from the Train. So I'm working
That
on a
was a good movie.
poncho. I'm almost done. I think I might be on the last skein. I just don't even want to touch it. I don't know if you'll be
Bathtub cruise here. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's acrylic because I'm not a snob. It's Hobby Lobby because that's how I roll. This yarn is amazing. It feels like a merino silk. It has that drape.
Really?
It's that soft. It is amazing. It is absolute joy to work with. It's a Bag-O-Day crochet pattern. And I think I'm on the 4th skein, and I think it might be the last. I have 6 skeins. If I do 5 skeins, then I'll make a hat, not to go with it, matchy, because but I might make a hat. But I can only do it in the morning before it gets super hot in here. Oh, that's what I'm working on. And then I'm planning stuff. What's everybody else
do that,
working
Lynn.
on? Can't see.
I'm using the Patriot yarn bundle that I got, and I'm gonna make, yes,
What? Socks.
a shawl. A shawl.
Make a cape.
A poncho.
I guess I could. I don't know. I'm doing it with the Tunisian crochet just to make Neil happy a second time.
Tunisian.
True.
I have to work on my Tunisian skill.
He sent me the pattern for the crochet version of his shawl. I have yet to cast on. And I also have my Patriot pack from Lynn. And I got my Jake and Elwood from Lynn, so now I can make my Flower Street wrap.
I was
too.
stupid excited to use the Patriot one, but as soon as I took a look at it, and because my original intention was I was going to use this for Shark Week, but like when I was playing with it to get to know it better, I was kind of like, oh no, this is going to take time.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with it to get to know it better. I like that.
Like, hey there, yarn, how are you doing? How do you work? Like, oh, you
You
got
gotta,
on this
you gotta
deal
have a
real smooth.
relationship with your
Yeah.
yarn.
That's
How
right.
you doing?
Yeah, there was like one like skein of yarn that I used, and like within like 5 seconds, I was like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate who made you. You make my fingers itch. Nobody's gonna fucking wear you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've all been there.
We've all been
This
there.
this is what I'm gonna do with Lynn's my Patriot pack.
Oh.
Jake and Elwood is gonna be the main
Oh.
color.
I gotta look into this Jake and Elwood thing because that's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue. I don't have it here with me right now.
I think I could recite every single word of that movie.
Mm-hmm. That's
My
such a good
husband
movie. It's
could
the best,
too.
best car chase.
Yes. Yes.
We're on a mission from God.
God.
Gotta go see the penguins.
The penguin with their... Okay.
The penguin.
We don't need to go down that rabbit
I know.
Oh.
Nice.
Very cool.
I can't see. Ooh,
She won
nice.
an award.
That's super cool, Kat.
Yeah, that is.
Huh?
So yeah, I'm working on my cardigan that I've been working on for
Yep.
a while now, from the third pattern in my pattern collection that I'm making.
Love that journey.
Cables down the back, and then different cables down the sleeves, all the way to the end.
Oh.
And this one's going to be in DK or sport weight, and the other pattern is in Aran or worsted.
Nice.
I'm
But it
anxiously
needs
awaiting
up
that pattern.
super quickly. Yeah, I'm anxiously writing up that pattern. I just have to get myself.
I have the
to do
yarn
it.
like right
I know,
right-
and get it tech
right-
edited so I can get it out.
right there.
I'm working on it. And if anyone's a huge Tolkien fan and wants to participate, Holly Press Fibers is doing her annual Tolkien knit along. And if you knit something that's inspired by Tolkien, it's a Tolkien colorway or a Tolkien pattern, you can enter. And she does whips, and you can double dip other cows too. And her
Okay,
yarn's
we'll
very lovely.
Talk about that. You'll have to remind me.
Yeah, she
And,
has very pretty yarn. It's running
I made-
until September 22nd, which is Frodo and Bilbo's birthday.
Oh, that's good. I made
Does that
limbus
every
bread once, and everybody who was into Token got on me because there's like, oh, actually, that's not limbus bread. I was like, and I'm not a fucking elf either. It's okay. Calm down, my man. Calm down.
That's I saw something the other day, and I love to bring in my fandoms into my pattern design. I totally get that. But somebody had hobbity sock pattern, and I'm like, but hobbits go barefoot.
Don't wear. Yeah,
They
they
don't
don't
They
wear.
don't wear
socks.
socks.
No, even I know that.
Or Christmas hobbit colors. They don't have Christmas in Middle
That's a
Earth.
Dobby thing. Like, come on.
That's not a Middle Earth thing.
Right.
So
Even I know that.
it's just like, I get bringing your fandom in, but there's times when you have to make it make sense.
Right. Absolutely.
Trees, what Hobby Lobby yarn?
Oh, this
these-
is
This is the details we need to know. Tell us exactly about this
Right.
yarn.
it's Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Hold on. Print. Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Print. This color is River Ripple.
Oh,
It's super soft. Now it's softer than the regular I love this yarn, which is usually pretty soft.
mm-hmm.
This one it has so much drape. It's so soft. I love it. Let you get more.
So it's good for baby stuff.
Good for baby stuff? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Super soft. You could wear this on your face. Not now because it's 100.
A little hot out.
Well, damp out.
Oh, can I? It's totally side thing. Can I show you my new workout hoodie I got?
Yes, you may.
Sure.
I'm so excited for this fucking hoodie.
I can't see. What does it say?
I work out to do everything.
It's me.
True.
Yep.
So we were talking about things that felt nice on the face, and then we talked about sweaty. I was like, no, I've got the sweaty thing right here.
We have interesting segues.
That's the rambling part of our podcast.
That's
Is,
the rambling,
people comment about
which
that.
is pretty much the whole thing, but yeah.
Too bad if
Talk-
people don't like it. They
You
can
know,
go get non-rambling podcasts somewhere else.
Talking about rambling, I finished the 5th book of the Dark Tower series, and I forgot that flashback was 450 pages. Like, it's a whole ass book.
I got to get started on that. I'm reading some other book, and I have to finish that first. And there's not enough hours in a day to read all the things and knit all the things and crochet all the things and eat all the things and watch all the things.
Yeah, that is true.
I need to
What's that?
hire somebody to do some of it for me. And then imprint it into my brain so that it feels like I did it.
Well,
Damn, I'm not thinking clearly.
It was fun seeing all the projects people chose. There were a lot of baby
Yes.
cardigans, which were just adorable.
Annie finished hers, which was cute.
Yo-Yo did too, and
Mhm.
a couple other people.
Mhm.
I think Yo-Yo did the baby vertebrae, which is a easy, fun
Yes.
pattern.
Yeah.
That's a great gift. That's a great gift, Nick.
Good gift. It's so practical.
Hmm. And you don't have to worry about buttons and babies.
Right. Right.
Some babies, no matter how you put the buttons on, they chew them off because they're just determined.
Because they're little savages.
Yeah, they can be. Did
Babies
anyone
are
see
we
in the
lost
news
Lynn.
about? I know. Did anyone see in the news about the girl who crashed her BMW into a Popeyes
Yes.
No.
Yes.
and ran because
Yes.
some bystander told her to run and go off with him? And like, it didn't occur to her they're going to know who she is from her vehicle registration.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to find you.
Does
You're on
anybody know?
camera.
Do you know where that took place? Because God,
No,
it
they
looked like
said they didn't
Detroit.
know.
It looked like something that would happen in Detroit.
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious. Like, why are you running?
She's like, I will never survive prison. Like,
Well, dressed
well,
like
I
that,
guess
no,
we'll
you
find
wouldn't.
out.
But
There was so one of my friends sent me this news thing about how this guy like tried to like break into like a woman's car at Chick-fil-A, right? And one of the Chick-fil-A people who was standing taking the orders in the driveway like basically like tackled the guy and pinned him down and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, only that would happen at Chick-fil-A. And then I looked at it, I was like, that's my Chick-fil-A.
Whoa.
And sure enough, yeah, it happened in my town.
well,
That
on the
doesn't
court
happen at
thing,
Whataburger. No.
on the court stuff I watch, one of the judges is from San Antonio, Judge Boyd, and I love her because she is no nonsense. She will tell them like it is, give them life advice. And this kid they had stolen a car, and his reasoning was he was taking his girlfriend and her friends home, and the car they were in died, and the AES stuck, so he couldn't get the tire changed, and none of their phones were charged, so he stole a car
You're
to
not
get him
Lynn.
home.
Hi.
And the judge is like, well, there wasn't a convenience store near you or a gas station where you could call. And he's like, I'm not from the area. And she's like, and what car did you steal? And she thought it was a Dodge. He says, no, it was a Kia Soul. And she's like, well, what made you choose to steal a Kia? Well, I had seen a video with it. They're one of the easiest ones to steal. Oh, so you pre-watched a video about stealing cars.
That's called
So they
premeditated.
do.
Premeditated. Yeah.
Then she made a breakup with his girlfriend as part of probation because
Oh,
his
boy.
girlfriend and her family were smoking pot with him. And she said, you can't be around that as probation, so you can't be around her. And quite frankly, if her parents are okay with her being around you and making her complicit in stealing vehicles, they're wrong too. Because I guess the girlfriend told him not to do it, he said, but he did it anyway. And so he made him break up with the girlfriend, at least during probation. He goes, well, if she loves you and wants to wait for 3 years, that's entirely possible, but you're not a good influence on her, and you shouldn't be around her and her family if they're smoking pot. So, but yeah, the look on his lawyer's face when he said he'd seen a video of how the Kias are easier to steal. It's just like the lawyer's like looking at him like, please stop talking. Please,
Right.
please stop talking.
Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. You should use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Amy.
Stop.
Amy's here and Lynn's
Amy.
back again.
Loading. Amy, did you shower for us?
I did. I'm all fresh and clean.
You smell
for
very nice.
Thank you.
You don't have these. They're very handy. You should get these.
I have one. They're good.
Ugh. I have a thing with microfiber.
You can get them that are terry cloth. Mine's terry.
Yeah, I have those too.
Well, I wear the satin bonnets to bed, and they really help your hair.
Oh.
But the microfiber, I can't touch it. It sticks to my hands. I don't like it.
How does it help your hair?
It keeps your hair from tangling while you're sleeping.
So that it doesn't make it.
So
it
I can,
keeps-
if I wake up in the morning and take it off, I can run my fingers through my hair.
Yeah, and also
not
it helps
just
keep
that.
your curls in shape too.
I don't have curls, but now the older I get, the wavier my hair is getting, which is weird.
And it also prevents hair loss because you're not
Mhm.
moving your head around on the pillow, pulling your hair
And
out.
it
when
seems
you're
like
moving your
it's
head
like
around.
shinier. I don't know. It's just
What kind of bonnet was that?
like a satin bonnet.
Okay.
It's a
asking
little
for myself.
controversial, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah. Ever since I dyed my hair for that cosplay, I'm like, I need to do something to save my hair now. Yeah.
Just put it in a bun or whatever, and then put it in a satin bonnet.
Oh,
I'm
she's got
telling
one.
you.
Oh.
Amy's modeling or showing off her satin bonnet.
Is that strawberry
See, she
shortcake?
has one.
Danielle says it makes a difference on curly hair, Lynn.
What? Why am I
You were
just
rocking
hearing
that
about
bonnet,
this?
Amy.
I just hear about it too. I'm right there with you.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
No,
Chris and
you
Amy have been talking about this. Who else?
Don't.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't wear this under that. This is just to dry it.
No,
Dry
no.
it,
That's
yeah.
you're right. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just to
it
dry
dries
it.
it fast.
Then at night.
Well, and then I wear
Right,
my
no.
little eye covers, so that I don't get the extra light. And then I wear earplugs because sometimes I wake myself up snoring. I mean,
Oh, I've done that. I've done that.
I
My
tell
husband
people
used
it's
to be a
because
terrible snorer.
Yeah. Oh, I tell people it's because my husband snores. No, it's because I wake my own damn self up.
My husband is the
snoring.
worst, but I know I do. But
Well, his since he's had the BPAP machine, he doesn't snore anymore. Even when he doesn't use it, like if he just falls asleep in the recliner, he doesn't snore anymore at all. Like it's cured
Yeah.
him of it.
yeah, David did, and then a couple years ago it came back. So, but yeah, the bonnets are amazing.
Yes.
There you go, Lynn.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Danielle. Oh,
It is made such a difference. I didn't think, I was like, well, whatever, I can take it off and just put my hand through my hair in the morning.
nice.
So.
Yep.
So Amy, you beat the shark.
And you
I
beat the
did.
shark. Tell us,
I made
show
my
us.
socks.
Yay, another sock knitter.
You haven't made socks in a while.
I know. They're nice and thick, but for that
Oh.
one day we'll have winter.
GK, baby.
Pat says wants to know what the controversy is about the bonnets.
It's a culture
Because-
thing.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to gatekeep bonnets they're for black people to wear bonnets because their hair, blah, blah. Well, people have been wearing bonnets since Little House on the Prairie.
Didn't Neil do
And-
an article about that, like Middle Ages?
Yeah.
When people started
people
wearing
have
them?
been wearing hats, sleeping caps, or, they're called different
Right.
things forever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
some people are trying to gatekeep it. And there's a girl, I know Amy knows who I'm talking about. There's a girl on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's a black girl. And she sells the
The bonnets.
satin
That's where I
bonnets or
got that
silk.
one.
Or her silk or
Yeah.
satin. Anyway,
I think they're
and
both.
she's like, it's not race. It's, it's for everybody.
Hair, not race.
Right. And people are coming after her and like, really? She's so cute.
She is cute.
She's-
She's an MLM. I was like, man, why you had to do that to me?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I got
Attach
mine on
people.
Temu, okay? Because I'm a broke bitch,
I bought
okay?
mine from her. I bought it from her
Yeah,
because she
I
had a
just-
sale.
yeah, okay. I missed the sale.
She has cute prints that you don't find everywhere.
Yes, she does. Mine are all solid. They're boring, but I'm broke. So, because, everybody knows why. So,
Well,
but
So
they're
I am a
amazing.
sight to see at night when I've got my bonnet on.
Oh!
my gold eye puff thingies, right here. And I'm knitting, and I'm like, "Hey, baby." He's like, "Wow."
You should see me lately because I go to bed and I wear this wife beater, right? And underwear, and that's it. And so I come down the hall to go to the bathroom, got the bonnet on. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure this looks really hot. I don't care. It's-
Those are the things you wear that you just hope you don't end up on cops.
Right. I'm
Right.
hoping nothing happens where I have to go out on my porch.
See, that's why
At
I
night,
can't wear
right.
stuff like that. I'm like, no. Tornadoes, hurricanes,
Yeah, I
burglaries.
know.
Like, no. I mean,
Well,
I gotta
that's
at
where
least
you
be
keep
wearing
you
pants.
keep some clothes next to the bed so you can throw them if you have to
Yeah.
be on live PD or whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
Or if your husband falls down and calls the ambulance. Oh, that was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now I'm
walking
doing.
around
I
in a
finished my
white
socks.
beater and a bonnet.
So I'm doing
Yeah.
selfish knitting. Look at Lynn's
Ooh.
beautiful yarn.
Ooh.
That's
That
such a pretty
journey.
color. What
I
color
love
is
that
that?
journey.
Love that
I
journey,
love that
for
journey
me.
for me.
Oh, I love that color.
Love
And that's coming back. I decided to bring that one back because I
I
do.
saw that.
I do love all those purples together.
Yeah, so
It's
I
a
ripped out
purples.
the half and half that I was
Mhm.
making with all Lynn yarn and all Tina yarn, and I was so close to being done, but now I've vindicated myself that I'm just
Nice.
gonna make the little squares,
That's
and
so
I think
cute.
I'm gonna attempt that one that like Anne likes, that pinwheel looking one.
Mhm.
Remember that the lady made like the Stella cushion something.
Hmm.
And she has a cushion pattern and a blanket pattern, a couple different ones, and you, depending on how you put your colors, when you piece them together, they'll look like pinwheels or stars or whatever, you know.
Mhm.
I can't remember the lady's name, but I'm basically stealing her idea.
So is
Pinwheels are
that
so
that's your
outdated, Amy. You know,
yeah,
you're
right.
so racist.
So that's your post Shark Week. And what's it? Yeah, we were
Yes,
talking
this
about what's everybody doing post Shark Week.
This is my post therapeutic Shark Week because, you know,
Mhm.
the blanket incident and then ripping
Yeah.
this out. I was like,
You had a rough last 2 weeks.
Oh, you did.
it was a rough yarny world.
I wanted to
yarn
send
world
you
was
some
not-
wine or something. Just instead of
Yeah.
flowers,
That-
I'll
this one
send
was
you
more
wine.
perfect. You
We
know,
need to have
I
a-
mean, I
we need to have a-
chose to frog it, but you know.
We need to have a, ceremony for her blanket.
I
In
know.
memoriam.
Real.
I
That
don't
was
even know- I don't
sad.
even know what to do with that.
Oh, it's awful. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Is it all is there any sort of decent sized section that doesn't have problems?
There is, and I mean, I think I just am gonna have to bite the bullet and just literally sew it, and it's just not. I just don't have any more of the colors, so I'm gonna have to use different yarn.
Well, what I'm thinking is if you have a
Trying to
big
sew it
enough
up.
section that you can salvage, you can just take everything off except that and then use a different color and just do a border around it or other
Yeah.
squares,
But
to
now
tie
I'm
in the
nervous
colors.
that, you know,
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, because you don't know what else is going to happen to it.
right?
Yeah.
It's if I give it to her in one good turn of the blanket, she's gonna poke her foot through a section.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
awful.
I just think that the dyer got a bad batch of yarn.
Yeah,
That's probably true.
I mean, I really don't think it was moss or anything like that because I wound each ball. It was a mini skein set, so I wound each mini skein. I didn't find any breaks when I wound it, and then I know they say don't throw stuff in the dryer, but I have thrown stuff in the dryer, tumble dry, no heat before.
On no heat, you should be able to. Yeah.
I mean, unless it just caught in a certain spot and then as it
because
spun, it
you have to have
ripped.
heat and dampness to felt, so it shouldn't have felted. It shouldn't have ripped.
No.
I don't think it was the dryer. I think that maybe she got a bad batch of yarn and didn't notice because
yeah. So
yeah, because sometimes you're not going to notice until you use it and
yeah. I mean, I didn't notice any splits knitting it, but I mean, or crocheting it, but I mean, it went. How long did it take me to do that thing? And I held it double, so if there was a weak spot, I might not have noticed.
Yeah, but you probably would have felt it though.
Yeah, you would think, but
right.
And I tie all my knots, and I store all my yarn in plastic bags. So I don't know.
I don't know. It's mystery.
Yeah.
See, if you were a certain type of person, you would go on Craftsnark and blast somebody because of the injustice.
Amy's not that person.
But we know you're not that kind of person.
And I have plenty of this person's yarn, so I know it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've used her yarn too and never had a
Yeah,
problem
it's
with it
a-
either.
Yeah.
So
It's just a fluke. Yeah.
It was just a weird,
Sad fluke. Yeah.
and it could have had something to do with the fact that the opal is harsh, like grabbier,
Yeah.
and the mini skeins were a different
Oh,
content,
yeah.
and maybe it like kind of rubbed against it the wrong way or something. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's just a thing. I think.
It was God teaching
When
me
it-
humility.
it's one of those mysteries of the world. One of the 7
That's
mysteries
that's
of the
an
yarn
ex-
world.
It's the
That
eighth
is
one
like-
now.
it's an expensive humility lesson then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks God.
And so now what I could do, I could just go all in and throw that bad boy in the dryer on high heat and see what.
And belt it.
Why not? Yeah. You got
could
pot
belt it and
holders,
then-
okay?
And make it pot holders or
Yeah. Make
Yeah.
some oven mitts. Yeah.
I could re-wet it and throw that bad boy in there on high heat and see what happens.
and make little end up with
Let
little
the
pot
chips
holders.
fall where they may.
Yeah.
It's easy
Well-
for me to say, but yeah.
Well, if you did that, you could also always cut it in pieces and make a bunch of emotional support chickens and use that for stuffing.
Good.
Emotional
good.
support pot holders. Yeah.
At least it'd be used. It wouldn't be seen, but it'd be used.
Right. Very expensive pot
Oh.
holders, but
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, I felt it and then it just becomes a very expensive dog blanket.
or a rug or something. Yeah.
Or
Cat scratching
Cat.
thing.
You could lay it in the garden and have mulch.
you could felt it,
What?
get needle felting and put a bunch of different things on top of it and frame it and call it modern art.
There you go.
Exactly.
Get a tetanus shot
And then-
first and then do that.
And anyone who doesn't understand it should be canceled.
They're just
Should
not in the right
understand
mindset.
They're
to-
just not
art.
enlightened enough, okay?
Right?
You need to keep those people out of your life.
And charge $50 for people to come in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I saw a thing where there was a poll should people be blocked from social media and canceled and not allowed to post when they post bad things, and I'm like, no, you should let people post whatever they want because then you see them for who they are.
Yeah.
Now, if what they
Yeah.
post causes them consequences in their life, that's their choice.
Yeah.
Because while
Yeah.
we have free speech, that just means the government can't intervene. It doesn't mean you don't have consequences for the stupid things you
Right.
say. And
And
sometimes
canceled
that's how you learn the true things about people when they say stupid things online.
canceled by whom?
Right.
Yeah.
Who's
Exactly.
doing the canceling? Yeah. So
People that I don't
Exactly.
care about their opinions. Yeah. Okay.
Just
You
it's
have
been very
green hair. I
eye-opening.
don't care what you think.
We have a joke at work that in order for you to get hired, you have to be canceled online at some point.
see,
I could see that with your company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, have you been canceled? Oh, first benchmark, good.
You're one of our people then.
Oh, I'm one of the OG canceled people from Ravelry.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I was talking to one of my friends because we had just finished up our D&D game. We were catching up after not talking for a while. And I was like, yeah, it's like I started hanging out with a bunch of people that knit and crochet, and like the stuff that happens is wild. And she's like, and she was telling me about this channel that she watched, and she was like, well, what group are you with? And I was like, they're on some website called Ravelry. And she's like, you're with them. And I was like, is that okay? She's like, that's amazing. I was like, okay, cool.
yay. That's not usually the response. So, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was I can't remember, some controversy the other day on Craftsnark. They were talking about some dire designer who was doing something, and they're like suspicious and like, but has she faked her death yet? And I'm like,
Oh.
that's when you know it's getting real, when they fake their death or
Right.
they fake having cancer, or
Oh,
Does
yeah.
Caro know about these stories?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't
Have we
know.
told Carol, have we told you about the knitting dramas of old where people
I
fake
know
their
it's-
deaths?
Always there's a
Dinner
memory
time. Bye, y'all.
that somebody faked their death, but I don't
Bye, Amy.
know. I don't know the details.
If it had only happened once, it would have been
right.
one thing. But it has happened at least 3 times.
Yeah, there was Mystical Creations yarns. There was Mama Monkey. And there's another chick. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember the other one.
The
but
Mama
yeah.
Monkey thing directly affected me because I was in this is back in like 2008. So it was right when Ravelry, they started in 2007. So it was not long after that. I was in a traveling shawl thing. So or scarf thing. So like you knit part of a scarf and then you sent it to the next person and they knit it and then they sent it to the next person and so on and so forth. And then everybody did that and everybody ended up with the scarf.
Nice.
Well, so I did my part. I had like this much, this much, couple of people. And then the person that I was supposed to send it to faked her death. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. So it just died. Like,
oh no.
Well,
I'm
people
like,
didn't know it was faked
didn't.
at first, though, right?
Well, no, we didn't. We were like, oh my gosh, she did it. And then come to find out, no, she wasn't. So it just, that scarf, I don't even have it anymore, but it stopped with me because I had nowhere to send it.
Wasn't her husband selling her patterns after her fake
Yeah,
death?
it was, yes. And she had really nice, a lot of really good sock patterns. And some of them I think are still on Ravelry. I've knit a bunch of her sock patterns. They're very good. And then the Mystical Creations yarns.
That was
the thing. And then we had Miss Violet, and she didn't fake her death, but she faked a whole lot of stuff. She's like the OG grifter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a road. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like you have the level of drama in the knitting world, but did they fake their own death?
Yeah.
Because if you haven't gotten to that level, then it's really not that dramatic.
I can't say anybody in the comic space has done that yet, but I also, as you guys have noticed, like I don't really pay that much attention to like the stuff that other people do, right? Like you guys will ask me a question, I'll be like, what? Which was funny because like when the whole thing with Trump happened over the weekend, I think the only reason I knew about it is because my phone was getting blown up by people. And it's like, did you see the news? Are you paying attention? I know you don't watch the news. You need to watch the news right now. And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I was watching a baseball game, and it was a horrible baseball game. So I was glad for the distraction. Not that distraction, because that was not a good one. But somebody posted somewhere. I think it was DK. She posted one Telegram group. She's like, did y'all just see that Trump got shot? I'm like,
I know.
wait, what?
I saw that. I'm like, what?
So I switched off my horrible baseball game and turned it on. I'm like, oh, crap. Yeah. Ugh. And so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, the commentary after that's been interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people are losing their jobs over their terrible.
Well,
Word,
FAAFO.
Pretty much. People be dumb.
They do.
And it's like, they're like, oh, well, they're allowed to have free speech. Yes, but the
Yeah, they
company they work for also has, rules whether or not you can, like, who wants to have a nurse that wants you dead giving you medication,
Right.
So.
Yeah, no. Nope. I'm good.
I don't know. But it's been interesting to see how many of them are losing their marbles.
Well,
I saw that MSNBC pulled the Morning Joe show.
I saw that.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, because they're afraid that their
Poor
guests will
Joe.
say something awful.
Because they know they will say something.
Well, they say
Loud
something
to the
awful every
view.
other day.
Oh, please, for the love of God, yes.
I
don't
just
really-
can't with those.
Those are the most hateful women out there. I swear.
I used to only see The View when I went to the gym, and I
Right.
was always grateful because right next to it would be a TV with Supernatural on it, so at least I knew I would be entertained.
Right. Let me watch episodes of Roseanne from the 90s. You know, I don't want to see. Yeah. Let's watch.
Yeah, I
March.
mean, regardless of your political views, celebrating that somebody
Yes.
had an assassination attempt is wrong. I mean,
No, it's not
regardless.
good.
I mean, do you really want to live in a world where that's how people treat people with different viewpoints?
Because that's kind of like a third world country kind of thing.
I can't remember. I think it was like in 2019 or something. Like, I can't remember his name. That's just how memorable this person is. But like at one point when like there was a lot of protests going on and people were like throwing milkshakes and stuff, like this guy was like a big face, like kind of journalist. I think he worked for Vox.
Oh, I vaguely know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, but yeah, he was going out being like, yeah, throw the milkshakes at them. And I was like, no, do not throw the milkshakes at them. Like that.
Weren't they
do
like
not-
cement milkshakes or something?
Well,
Like,
so what? Yeah, so what was happening is some people were throwing milkshakes, and other people were throwing milkshakes with surprises in them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just tell one mentally unstable person, like, yeah, you should do it. They'd be like, yeah, I should do it. Next thing you know, they're throwing milkshake with like razor blades in it.
yeah, it's like a Kinder Shake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like, when the
terrorists-
president says we need to put a bullseye on somebody because
Yeah.
this person is a threat to our whole way of life, then some mentally ill person might take their gun and climb on a roof and
and
try to shoot him.
and other people that are in charge of stuff
Happen to
don't
be
do
there.
anything about it. Yeah. Anyway.
No,
Nope,
it's
nope.
sad that the world's like that. I
I don't
remember
think
the
his name-
Reagan one.
I think it was like. Okay, I gotta look it up
I
now.
remember that.
The Reagan one was just so because he kept so calm. He was just like, "Oh, my rib hurts. I think my rib's broken." When he was in the car, and the Secret Service agent's like, "What are you talking about?" And then realized that he had gotten shot and said, "We need to go to the hospital now." And Reagan's like, "Don't tell my wife." Like, you don't think she's going to find out? And then he asked the doctor if he's a Democrat or a Republican.
I remember.
But
I remember the instant replay going on for hours.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, his name is Carlos Maza. That was his.
Yeah, I remember. Like, throwing milkshakes is the answer to your problems. Well, people are gonna hate, and I thought it was funny. Someone said, "Oh, Republicans are gonna retaliate." I'm like, no, they won't,
No, we won't.
because that's not how they solve problems. I mean, will somebody do something and they'll be accused of being a Republican? Probably.
Of course. Yeah.
But it won't be some big Republican plot to get revenge. Because most people don't, regardless of what their politics are, don't think that way.
Yeah, I sense some projection there.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody asked, Senko Farms wants to know to explain the J.D. Vance VP pick. He's from Ohio.
I don't know. He seems like,
He wrote the Hillbilly Elegy, and that was
Yeah.
made into a movie, which did not follow Hillbilly Elegy book, as they don't. But
I don't know a ton about him, but he seems to be very forthright and doesn't seem the type to back down. So I don't think he's going to be a patsy for anybody. And I don't know.
You know what? The fact that I don't know a lot about him, I don't know anything fabulous, and I don't know anything terrible about him. I'm glad he's an Ohioan. Yay!
I mean, I think he's probably pretty brave to accept a day after,
Mhm.
you know, an assassination attempt. But
She already
I mean,
ate. They already ate.
he seems the type who's not gonna collapse if he's attacked, or
Mhm.
if they come after him. He doesn't seem the type that's going to give in or placate. Or I would like to see him debate Kamala.
Yeah,
But
that'd be good. Yes, he was a never Trumper. I don't think he still is, obviously.
well, I think a lot of people who were also see reality too.
Yes.
And if you might not agree with Trump on everything, Lord knows I don't, but put yourself in a position where you can make your points heard, and maybe I think there's something to be said for that, because
And you gotta love a man with a beard. I mean, come on. That's just hot.
I don't know, we'll see. They're already going after his wife,
Of course.
so that's par for the course, because
So just
she's smart and pretty and educated, and so of course.
Oh, God forbid.
my goodness.
What a jerk.
Next, you're
Ivy
going to tell
League.
me she's a trad wife, and she probably homeschools.
No, I
I
think
don't know about
she's
that.
an
I know
attorney.
she's Hindu. She
Okay.
went to Ivy League college. I don't know which one.
Yeah, but didn't she convert? I
Probably.
think she converted to Catholicism
She probably did. I don't know. I just know she was raised Hindu.
when they got married. I think she did.
Okay.
But I just, we'll
But I
find out
thought
and
we
see.
liked brown people. We only like brown people when they think along our lines.
That's not us. That's the other
No, I'm
side.
saying
Please.
those people,
I know.
So what's everybody
see-
got coming up? Anybody got
Um,
any plans? I've been making plans.
Really? For
I'm
your
planning.
yarn stuff?
Yes,
What are you
for my
planning?
I did a, and this is gonna blow up in my face. I did a list of all the stuff I want to do, and then I pulled out my calendar and tried to fit it in. And then Anne goes, "Oh, we're gonna have knit-alongs."
Damn it, Anne.
I know.
Well,
But our friend
is-
Jackie from Crochet DHD, August 1st through September 30th, is having her I Love the 80s make-along, and I am here for it.
Yeah?
And this is something that Caro will like. Sparkle,
Oh, look at her
sparkle,
sitting
Crochet.
all tall.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkle? Sparkle.
I am going
Drizzle,
to spin for this. And this is kind of I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it on the camera because my camera sucks. This is such a Lisa Frank looking fiber.
colorway.
Yes. You're not going to. I'm so mad I'm on the camera. You cannot see the sparkle. You can't see
I
the
can
color.
see it.
Oh, I can see that sparkle. Oh.
It's big
Very-
green and it's
Oh.
Lisa Frank on steroids.
Very much.
I
Very
love
much.
it.
It's from she's not dying anymore. CJ Kopeck. It's called Unicorn Fumes.
That's a
It's
fantastic name.
Merino Silk Stellina. It is just like you want to make a trapper keeper cover for with this or something. Like it's just ridiculous. I have 8 ounces of it.
Nice.
So I'm going to spin that. And then if I get done with that and I'm an overachiever, who knows? I have, oh, no, this
Wait, so you're going to spin it for the make along thing?
Yes, because you're
Okay.
allowed to spin because you don't have to frog it. She's not
Yeah.
in. She's not in. And then I have this purple, this whole big thing of purple And this has sparkle in it too. It's kind of like Purple Rain. It has
Nice.
Selena. It's just like this big lump of all this fiber that you spin. Because I'm in the mood to spin when it's, a million degrees.
You know what though? That is so calming. Yesterday I sat at my wheel, I think for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Listened to my book and just sat there and
It is so zen. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, plying is not as zen as spinning.
Correct.
Ugh. Plying is annoying, but the spinning part is good. So,
But if you've got a good book,
oh yeah, or watch something. Yeah,
I think that or a good podcast.
mm-hmm. Or just some show that you've watched a million times already, so you don't even have to,
Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
I think I've seen exactly one episode of that. I need to.
It took me
Mm-hmm.
2 run-throughs of episodes 1 through 5
Okay.
before I got it. Like, it's like, the
Right.
first couple of episodes, I was like, we lived in LA. We knew people like this that were so, we
Yeah.
didn't want to do that anymore. So, but then you meet the people of the town and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The gayness, I appreciate that homosexuality is not thrown in your face. The
Mhm.
whole women's
Just a
thing
thing. Yeah.
is not thrown. Nothing is thrown in your face. I appreciate that.
I like that it's a subplot and not the main plot.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's how things used to be. When we were, when I'm not saying me, when I was growing up, we knew, or we kind of knew, like off here somewhere, that these people were not like us.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And there were jokes, of course, and this and that, but we didn't care. Elton John, the whole David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Dancing in the Streets video, Boy
Mhm.
George, we didn't care. We're just like, okay, he's a little off, whatever, because
Live
that's
and let live.
right. We did not care. When you make me care, now I'm going to have a problem.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's how it always was. So I'm going to try that show again. I like to find shows that have like a whole bunch of seasons so I can just binge.
Yep.
I'm on the last Netflix season of Heartland.
Oh. Have I watched the last season? I don't think I have.
Well, it's on Up. What Up in something, whatever that channel is. Up. There's 16 seasons on Netflix, and then the 17th season is on Up, whatever that channel is, and they're working on season 18 right now.
Oh, good Lord.
I just wanted something. Yeah, and you know what? I'm at this point. I'm kind of like, maybe we could just wrap this whole thing up. But it's wholesome. Yeah. It's not, there's nothing controversial. There's nothing crazy about it. It's just something to watch. Yeah.
It's feel good.
Mm-hmm. Plus, there's horses, which,
and no flies and no smells.
Well, there are some flies outside. I did see. I've been ever since you said that. I'm looking for flies, and I'm like, okay, there's. But yeah, not in the house. No, there's no. Okay, yeah, it's a little, but that's okay. But there's some characters you like to hate, and there's some characters that you like. And there's it's just a feel good. It's wholesome. There's not any agenda. There's no, blatant anything. It's just,
I'm with you. I watched 2 rom-coms this past weekend just because I was
Bring back the rom-com.
Yes,
Bring them
please.
back.
The
Yeah.
good ones, not the, you know.
Yeah.
This thing where they try to like marry a rom-com into like a dude action flick, like I'm done.
No.
I don't want it anymore.
I want to
Which
know.
ones did you watch, Lynn?
Oh, yeah. See, I knew you were going to ask me that. Hang on. See how you are?
Was Meg Ryan involved?
No, she was
Oh,
not.
okay.
No, she was not.
Because she's in a lot of my favorite ones.
Let's see.
Was it Sandra Bullock? Because
No.
she's in a lot. What?
I know these were
Keanu?
kind of new. These were kind of new ones. Let's see. I gotta go to my. One was called Upgraded, and it was about an art dealer who got mistaken for the. She was, like the assistant to the assistant to the assistant, and the very cute, rich England guy mistook her for the owner of the art dealer of the art place. And I mean, they had it together. Okay. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
It was
I would hope so in a rom-com.
yes. And then
Kind of the point.
absolutely. And of course there's that something's gonna fall apart because that
Mhm.
he's gonna find out that she lied, and she's like, yes, but, and that he's gonna walk away, but then he comes back later and it's all kiss kiss hug hug, and you just, oh yay. And then the second one was with Anne Hathaway, and it was she falls in love. This one just came out in like May. She falls in love. She's 40 years old, falls in love with a boy band singer who's 24. They don't fall in love.
Oh, is that the new one that just came out?
Yeah, and they don't fall in love right away, but there's some, he takes off his shirt, and you're kind of like, oh, that's very nice to look at. And she's 40 and divorced, and she meets him at
Calm
Coachella.
down, Lynn.
I know. So, well, I understand. So, anyway, then she goes off with him and travels while he's doing his tour. And then, then the cliffhanger happens of, oh, we can't do this because they found us out on, and it hit social media. And
TMZ. Yeah.
yeah, TMZ bullshit. And then, so my daughter found out, and my daughter's 16 kind of thing. Well, something happens, and it's a happy ending. So,
Yay.
yay.
There was an anthology that I self-withdrew myself out, so that's always a good way to start the story, right?
Yes.
And I ended up withdrawing myself because in this anthology, I'm trying to figure out how to word it without giving it away. There was a story that I was asked to peer review, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and do that. So let me tell you guys something about romance and erotica. It has to have a happy ending. The two have to go off into the sunset, right? Otherwise, you have a bunch of unhappy readers who are like, what the fuck did I just read, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a peer review, and I was like, what the fuck did I just read? Because at the end of the story, like the lady basically, she was some kind of like spider thing, whatever. And so she eats the dude and like looks at his corpse and says, you were never meant for great things, and like wandered off into like the moonrise. And I was like,
What?
yeah. And so like I went and talked to the facilitator, and I was kind of like, hey, the story that you asked me to peer review, it's shit. And she's like, you mean you don't like the story? I was like, I mean, the plot is shit as well, but the writing's also atrocious, right?
It's shit.
Yeah. And
It's
so I came to find out that she had given me her best friend's story. And so at that point I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just like remove myself from this.
No.
You all have a nice day.
the fact
So
that she didn't realize it was shit is the problem.
I think she
Yeah,
didn't care. I think
it
she
was a
didn't care.
story between two spiders.
One was, yeah. Like I don't want to get too deep into
Where's
it.
Morgan when we need her?
I know.
She would
She
love
would be
it.
like, that's not the right kind of spider that does that.
Yeah, but yeah, and then there's the other thing because the pen name that I used to write, that stuff under, I was like, I'm not associating my pen name with this. And it's like, oh, she just wants to write horror. I said, I don't give a fuck what she wants to write. I'm telling you, my pen name cannot be associated with this.
No.
Listen to my words.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any association whatsoever.
No.
I
Keep me
used to-
out of it.
When I taught 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I used to have my students write a romance, but they had to choose like 2 entirely different things, like a shoe and falling in love with a sock. Or, I mean, just something, or, like a spider and a Stanley thermos. I don't know.
So you invented never mind.
Oh my God, the animal.
You invented
Now you're
Twilight. Is
taking
what
me
you're
back.
saying.
Okay, Team Jacob all the way. I'm just gonna say, I read them all. My ladies' lunch group, we passed them all around. I admit.
Vampires shouldn't sparkle. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I'm reading.
I've read Anne Rice's.
Sparkle,
They
sparkle.
do not sparkle.
Do not sparkle, no. Anne Rice's are a lot more hot.
And I come from
stat?
the era of Kiefer Sutherland is the only vampire that I want to bite me.
True.
Yeah.
Those are the vampire of my
Yeah.
youth.
Or Frank Langella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love at first bite.
Oh,
Or no, that was George Hamilton.
No,
I'm sorry.
that was
I know
George-
Frank
no,
Langella was
Dracula.
Frank Langella
Yeah.
was the serious one. George Hamilton was the jokey one.
Yes.
I liked that.
And then there was Eddie Murphy.
Oh no, I cannot take him seriously in a vampire.
He's got a new cop.
I
Beverly
know,
Hill Cops out.
I know, Axel
Oh,
Foley 5
no.
or whatever.
No, I'm just gonna go back to his. I got some ice cream. I got some ice cream. You
One
can't
lick,
afford
psych.
it. Yeah.
I still think they should have made a series out of Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Yes.
Can you say gentrification, kids?
It's so relevant to now. Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Robinson stole their money.
Oh,
is,
back in the day.
The thing is, Mr. Rogers actually loved it because he wasn't aiming it at children.
Right.
Mhm.
He, said, he
Right.
thought it was hilarious,
Right.
and he was okay with it because it wasn't aimed at children.
It was a true parody.
Yes. How it used to be. Yes.
That
When,
and poor Buckwheat. We watched the Buckwheat was shot thing again the other day.
When Mr. Rogers
Mr. Wheat,
passed
Mr.
away,
Wheat.
yeah, when Mr. Rogers passed away, I was in the UK with my dad, and one of our American friends came over, and she was like, "Did you guys hear?" And we're like, "No, what happened?" She was like, "Mr. Rogers passed away." My dad and I were like, "Oh," right? And of course, like my mom is like, "Who's Mr. Rogers?" We're like, "Shut up! Don't use that tone with Mr. Rogers."
What?
What?
Wow.
Well, he wasn't a thing over in the UK, but it was just like
Right,
like our
right.
immediate reaction. She was just like, "Whoa."
He's from Pittsburgh. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. All his sweaters were hand knit
Yes, by his mom. Yes.
by his mom.
Yes.
Yep,
That's
which is
amazing.
very cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we watched the Land Shark, of course. which is
Yes.
Shark Week, and I had to rewatch when Buckwheat was shot.
Yes.
Mr. Wheat, and then he gets shot, and he's like, but he also plays the shooter.
Hey kids, Saturday Night Live used to be funny.
What?
It's true. It's true.
Wow.
I know it's
Back
hard to
in the
believe,
day.
but it's true.
No.
I know. I watched also the news one with a count and counterpoint with
Oh.
Jane Curtin and Dan Aykroyd.
Ah, Jane, you ignorant slut.
There's blood. I know.
But it was even good with Adam Sandler and Norm Macdonald.
Yes.
And even what's his name? The guy with the hair. You never see him anymore. Where's he at? What's his name? I'll think of it. He had hair, like nice hair.
Colin.
No.
There was
no,
the-
what was his name? He was on with football for a while. What is his name?
We watched
Somebody
the,
in chat. Somebody in chat. Tell me what his name
Joe
was.
Piscopo
Help
and
us,
Eddie
chat.
Murphy when they were the gay hairdressers and Stevie Wonder came in.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Joe Piscopo fainted because
Joe
it was Stevie
Piscopo
Wonder.
was amazing. Dennis
They were
Miller.
so-
I just
Dennis-
I loved
Dennis Miller.
Oh, I
He's so
loved
fu-
Dennis
He
Miller.
was so
funny.
snarky and funny. Like,
And he didn't laugh. He took it seriously.
No,
He played it seriously. That was
look
what was
at
so
Norm
funny.
Macdonald. He would take 10 minutes to tell this joke, and you're just sitting there like along for the ride. You're just like, let's see where this goes.
Well,
He
it's
was
like
the
I remember
best.
the
He
old
was
ones with Gilda Radner and Rosanna
God, yeah.
Dana, and she
Oh,
would read the
she's-
letters of the poor people from New Jersey and living in New Jersey at the time.
Right.
Talking about bringing King Tut to New Jersey. She's like, he's already dead. Why would you do that to him?
Right.
And
That's
Jim
just
Turner
cruel.
would just look at her, and her eyes would glaze over when she would tell her stories, like because she had no
What
idea
channel
what
is
was
it?
coming
There's a
next.
channel. Is it Pluto or one of those? They
I think
play
it's Pluto
all of
they
the
play on.
old
Yeah,
ones from
they're
the
all
70s.
on the SNL channel on Saturday YouTube on their channel. You can watch
Oh,
all the
okay.
old clips.
Oh, nice.
All the Samurai Assassin.
Samurai Delicatessen.
Samurai Mafia when he's
This
working
is
for
when
the mob.
things were funny, kids.
Well, you've got to figure they're early Saturday Night Live. I mean, the Blues Brothers actually became a movie from a skit.
Yes.
on Saturday Night
No.
Live. So did Wayne's World because it started out on
Yes.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
Swing.
that was Wayne's World was so funny because of the guests they got on.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Adam Sandler.
And
Well, look
Dana
at
Carvey,
Blues
too.
Brothers. Blues Brothers had everybody under the sun in that movie.
That was a phenomenal cast.
Everybody
Yep.
that was anybody was in that movie. That was
Oh,
fantastic.
Carrie Fisher was my favorite. She keeps escalating. She took down an entire building full of people. Just
And
she
Jen-
stood up at the altar.
And Elwood says, "Who is that girl?"
It's like, you know,
Aretha
first she starts
Franklin was
shooting,
the best. That was
And
that's my favorite. I think was Aretha
Cab
Franklin.
Calloway.
Who wants 4 chickens and a Coke?
4 fried
and
chickens
dry
and
white
a Coke
toast.
and some dry white
Dry
toast.
white toast.
Your honky friends.
They look like Jewish diamond merchants.
Yes.
It's just
Oh
so-
my God! Now I want to go watch that movie.
I watched it again the other night just because. I mean,
'Cause-
what other movies do you
because-
have where there's a chase with neo-Nazis?
I hate Illinois Nazis.
All the law enforcement in the state. That would have been the perfect time to commit a crime anywhere in Illinois
Right,
because the
right.
entire law enforcement
Because
was
they were out
chasing after
chasing
the
these
Blues
two
Brothers.
guys.
The drive through the mall though was my favorite. Oh, Period Imports. I heard that they've got nice stuff.
Baby clothes.
And they're just going through the mall and it like
Oh,
doesn't slow
that's
down.
so
Nothing phases them.
Oh, what
But
a
yeah,
great
she
movie.
took down an entire building, blew it up, and there were people inside.
Well, they were that mall. Oh yeah, for sure. That mall, they were demolitioning that mall, so they let them
Yeah,
film
that-
it before
right,
they
mhm.
demoed that mall.
Yeah.
I lived there in 80. What year was it? 85. In that area, and now that movie came out in 80, but you knew about it when you lived there. But yeah, they were going to demo that mall, so they let them film it. And
Yeah.
then there's a lot of, like, the guy who gives Jake all of his belongings when he leaves the prison. That's Frank
That was
Oz.
Frank Oz. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the
Twiggy.
guy and the county clerk is Steven Spielberg.
Right. And Twiggy in the car.
Twiggy and James Brown and what's his name, Ray Charles, and I mean everybody was in that movie.
I like, do you see the light? I see the light. Well, Shaka Khan was the singer in the choir in the church
Mm-hmm.
with
Yes.
James Brown.
What?
Brother
Oh my
Josephus.
The movie is so good.
Yeah. Because they played it straight. They everyone else was the comedy, but they were playing it straight.
And John Candy, Orange Whip, Orange Whip, Orange Whip, Orange Whip. I confess, I quote that movie often.
It's a feel good movie because you want them to, because they're doing what they're doing for a good cause. They could have just robbed a bank and gotten the money for her, but no, it had to be legit money.
The good old boys, they didn't like that too much.
No, the good old. I love when they're sneaking around, trying to get around the post, and they're tiptoeing in the shadows, and he pulls out the marine paint and puts it underneath the pedals in the vehicle.
Yes.
Like, you're wondering what else does he have in that briefcase besides his harmonica?
It's a briefcase full of blues. Everybody go watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
When
a
we're
good
done.
feel good movie. Yeah.
Okay. Since you told me to.
Go
So
watch
Therese,
it.
you're gonna work on your shawl and do new socks. That's your next project.
I'm gonna work on my poncho. I got August 1st. I'm gonna start just spinning, but I'm gonna do other things. There's a shawl. There's a shawl that involves. You can't see the color of this. This is a
I'm getting such a kick out of you, Therese.
What? What? What am I doing?
You're like, because when the idea hits you, you're like, oh wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have ADD. Okay. So
welcome to the club.
Yeah. So anyway, you will not be able to see this color. This is a what's that German? What's the German? Yes.
Yeah.
Wollmeise.
Yeah. Wollmeise.
Okay. You cannot see the color. This is blood red. It is dark
pretty.
blood red. And there's a crochet shawl that's blood red and white. There may be hearts involved. So that's coming up. And then there's a Neil James thing that I'm still not happy about. But anyway.
Oh, damn
but
it,
he's
Neil
not
James.
here, so it doesn't matter.
Neil James, yeah. And then there's a sweater coming up. That's a bag of day sweater. There's I need to card some alpaca and wool for another sweater. But we're not going to do that when it's 70% humidity.
Right.
We're going to wait.
Though.
We're going to wait.
Yeah, but at least the alpaca fiber won't fly around.
No, it'll just stick to my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an alpaca mill about 10 miles from us, and we took a little. It's in a warehouse, so it's not like you really take a huge tour. It's kind of like, and this is that, and that's that, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to pump in, humidity so that the fibers aren't all flying around.
I could send them some.
No.
I got plenty.
I know you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Can you
so I'm
imagine?
gonna wait till probably. I'm trying to plan it out in my calendar. So if I card this stuff in September, maybe I can start spinning the sweater in October or maybe September, depending on how long it takes to card it. And then maybe, because I'm not going to need, I know it's cold here, but not until like November, December for alpaca.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some time, alpaca, you have to be in deep winter to wear it. So I got some time.
I like alpaca. I like it better than mohair.
I love alpaca. It's my favorite fiber. It really is. I love it.
I think Shauna Stitches is going to spin with it for the first time. She was saying on her.
Ooh.
Said she's
I
never spun it before.
I have bags of alpaca here that need to be dealt with, but not now.
And none of these
I will.
spins that you're going to do is for a penguano, right?
Shh. We're not talking about penguano.
Joe's not here. It's okay.
I know. No, we're not. I would love a penguano. I really would. With I would like to. Where is my? All right, it's back up. I would like to do a penguano with hand spun, different colors of hand spun, this and that. The one I'm going to do, the one I want a card for, is specifically marled alpaca that's like a gray, and then I want to blend it with the white merino or wool. So it's not as colorful. I mean, I feel like a penguano should be colorful. Maybe. So maybe I'll use my sparkle yarn for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't spin Senko, so I have no idea what if they spin from that. You'd have to ask the spinners here. That's not me.
I don't know. I just have this little drum carder that I got. It's a Hero, and I recommend this company. They have spinning wheels also that are budget friendly. Even now, they're a little bit more than when I bought them, but they're budget friendly. And it's a small drum carder, but it'll do the job. I can make bats with it. Because I don't have enough to do in my life. I just whatever.
Yeah, I'm not getting into spinning. I have too much yarn that
I said that.
use. So, I have so much cross stitch supplies that I haven't touched in years. I have.
Those are over there. Yeah. Those are over there. And the sewing stuff is over there. And the weaving stuff is over here. And
yeah, it's all the stuff.
I need an assistant.
You need an assistant to prep all your fiber.
I need an assistant. I need an assistant to do all the household stuff so I can do all this stuff. That's what I need.
Well, I'm not sure that we have anyone here who's willing to come do that for you. Sorry, Tree.
No, I know. It's the, it's my life. I have no assistants. I need an assistant. Go feed the dogs. Go take the dogs out. Go do the dishes. Go cook the food.
If only you could get the dogs to take themselves out.
My dogs, are you kidding me? They are uncontrollable beasts.
Both of them? Even Roxy?
They are undisciplined jerks.
Christine,
Now
I have
they-
a question for you.
I knew Calvin was, but I didn't know Roxy
No,
was.
she's a nightmare. Now they've decided, okay, what is she, 12? I don't know. And he's like 7, whatever. They're old enough to know better. Now they've decided that the place to shit is on the sidewalk. So I have to go out with them with the broom, and then they get mad, and it's my life is a nightmare right now. With these animals and uncontrolled husbands and animals, and he's the least of it. But
oh, someone asked about you weaving, Therese. That's your other
weaving. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have
your other rabbit hole.
What is that? 20? What is that? 24-inch? 36? I can't remember. And then I have a smaller one. I have it woven for a while because there's not enough hours in the day. But I have plans.
Yeah. What are you going to do next, Lynn? Are you got new colorways coming out and
Yeah, do you have it?
New-
Oh,
new,
yes, tell me.
new stuff you want to tell us?
Do I have any new stuff?
Yeah.
Yes. So, those of you not on my email list
I
are
am.
missing out.
I am.
So I don't have any of them up here because they're all downstairs. I'm really trying to keep just what I work with in my office and not pile things that are on the bed right there or on the floor over there. You know how it goes.
I like how you personalize all of your emails. It feels so special.
I just learned how to do that. It's amazing. So I'm still
She's like-
working with this book. You know, I write all of my emails by hand just to you, Therese.
I know you do. And I feel so blessed. that
Oh,
Lynn,
good.
look, Lynn sent me an email.
Just to me. Yeah. So I'm still working on this. You're gonna see this a lot more. I'm on section 2. I've done 1 repeat. So bear with. I gotta find my little
Bear with. Bear
bear
with.
with. Bear with.
Bear with.
It's another show
we're on
I
the
love
same-
to watch. I love that show.
Miranda. Okay, if nobody knows what we're talking about, and I'm talking to you, Caro, go watch Miranda.
The Miranda show, it's on Amazon Prime, isn't it? Oh no, it's all on YouTube now, isn't it?
Well, it's on. Oh, Netflix. I don't know. Go watch Miranda. I
Miranda?
promise you. I promise you. You will not cuss me. You will be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for." It is one of the funniest shows ever.
It is so goofy.
It's
So
the
goofy.
funniest show.
Okay, so this is I finished section 1.
Ooh.
There it
Ooh,
is.
that's pretty.
What's
And
that
there's
color?
I don't know. I just threw some purple in a pot, and there we
I don't
go.
know. I just made
Yeah.
something up between dinner and
Yeah, and then there's the little baubles. They're little baby baubles, so they're like
Ooh.
nipples.
little,
Yeah.
little teeny weeny, like little on boubettes. You know, they're like 12.
There's no nip slips though, so that's
Yeah,
good.
no nip
Well,
slips.
they're nipples. Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's what I'm working on, and this will be a long. I don't wear shawls. I don't wear scarves. So
Me either.
this
I
will
keep knitting them though.
probably
Well,
this will probably be donated at some point. So that's what I'm working on. And then I just came out with a light reactive, you know, when you hold a black light to it. Colorway
that's like
called Ghoulish Eve. What?
is that from some motel that you like
I don't talk about
murder
my past.
motel?
Maybe. Maybe not. Allegedly.
Anyway.
Minecraft
Right.
land.
Yeah.
Minecraft land. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
The Minecraft motel. Yes.
Not
Things
shit
happen in
streak.
Minecraft all the time.
So that's what I'm doing, and then I got free shipping Monday is coming up on the 5th Monday, which is July 29th, which is my cousin's birthday. Yay!
Ugh,
And then August is
2 weeks.
half birthday month, so
Yay!
some stuff will be half off.
So
on
you're
my-
29 again? Oh, that's so awesome.
again.
Me too.
That's Me too. I've been
So-
29 a long time.
So
we
my
won't
daughter
talk about
outed
my kids. Yeah.
yeah, my daughter outed me one year, and somebody said, "Oh, it's your birthday. How old are you?" And I said, 29. And my daughter said, "No, you were 29 last year, Mom. You're 30 this year." I'm like, "Damn it, she learned how to count."
Damn kids.
And there
You
she
should have
is.
spelled it. You have to spell it for them. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
my son was smart when he was in elementary school. I don't know how with his gate teacher, the age came up. Someone had asked her how old she was, and she was in her late 40s at the time, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Well, she's 29, right?" And she's like, yes, that's why you're my favorite student.
Mhm.
See?
I'm like, I taught him well. You never tell a woman or guess what a woman's age is.
Right.
Okay,
You just assume it's young.
right. My granddaughter, I can't even believe I'm saying this. She's in September is about to turn 20.
Oh my God.
Yes.
How are you
I
old
keep
enough
thinking-
to
I keep
have a
think-
20
I'm
keep
not.
thinking
I'm
she's
not.
still-
I was a fetus. Okay. I was a fetus when she was
That's what I
born.
thought.
Okay.
I keep thinking she's still 15, even though I know she's been at college, but because I remember, talking about her when she was
Yes.
so young.
And the way I kind of keep track of that is because, what is it? A week after she was born, I quit smoking. So
Ooh.
I'm going to be at the 20-year mark in September,
Good for you.
Good for you.
which I'm pretty proud of. I really
Good
am.
for you.
You should be.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
If I had known that I was going to gain a bunch of weight, I might not have quit, but whatever.
My uncle was an inhalation therapist, and he used to quit smoking for every class. And he would go through the class, and then afterwards he'd start smoking again.
An inhalation therapist, like a respiratory therapist?
Yeah,
Wow.
well, that's what they called him back in the day. But yeah, they
Yeah,
go and help
right.
give breathing treatments and that kind of thing.
Oh,
And he would
okay.
teach classes on quitting smoking, and he would quit for the class, and then he would go back to smoking afterwards.
I quit a couple times. The last time was the last time because I did not want to do that again because it was not pleasant. And you can all go talk to David and ask him how pleasant it was because it was.
My parents, we made them quit because my dad was a 2-pack a day smoker and my mom was a 1-pack a day, and we would drive from New Jersey to North Carolina every year, and they'd smoke in the car, and we refused to get in the car to come home. We said, no, we won't get in the car. We're done. And we were in elementary school too at the time, or middle school, and they stopped. They smoked their last case, and they were done, and they both quit cold turkey, and neither one of them was very nice to be around for about 6 months.
Yeah, I quit cold turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
do
really
cold
rough.
turkey, not
really
cold
rough on
turkey.
my dad because everybody at his office smoked. All the engineers smoked, all the secretaries smoked, but my mom was home, so it was a little bit easier her because she wasn't around it.
Right.
But they were from North Carolina. They started smoking when they were like 13 because they worked in the tobacco fields in the summertime.
Sure.
And everybody smoked. The tobacco companies gave away free cigarettes.
For sure. The whole East Coast
to
was
the
all
employees.
tobacco company. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you remember
all
going
my
to the
mom's
concerts?
relatives worked for R.G. Reynolds.
Oh.
You go yeah.
Do you remember going to the concerts and they were sponsored by Benson and Hedges, and they give out this little, 5 cigarettes in a pack, those little mini packs?
Yes.
You're like, ooh, let me load up on those.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went
but
to
none
something.
of us ever smoked, though. My brother and sister and I, none of us ever tried it.
My mother never smoked. My dad, he would smoke when he was around his friends or whatever, but he wasn't a smoker. You know what I mean? And so one day, I remember we went down the ocean and we came back, and she got him to get something out of her purse. And he found one of those little packs, and he said, I didn't know you were a smoker. I was like, no, she's not. But somebody gave her that, Yeah, it was such a thing then. And now it's like I walk around, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but I'm like, it's 2024. What are you doing? Why are you still really?
Well, my son was into the whole vaping is not as bad as smoking thing until
you get popcorn lung. Yeah, that's great.
Now that's not something they do, but it was hard for my parents. My mom, she was not pleasant. My dad chewed so much dentine gum, we should have bought stock. He would go through packs of gum a day. Every time he wanted to light up, he'd chew a piece of gum, and it was not pleasant. But it was awful. I hated having the smell of smoke in my hair and in my clothes.
Oh, I hate it. Well, I quit because it was giving me migraines, and also the price went up, but mostly migraines. So now, like, I can't even be around, like, somebody, come out of a restaurant and somebody's standing right there by the door smoking. I'm like, can you please not, like, oh, you're a hypocrite because No, I'm not a hypocrite, okay? Because I quit 20 years ago and, because it gave me medical, that's
Well,
not
what's funny
hypocritical.
is when I told my kids that we had a smoking lounge at school for the students.
Oh, yes, in high school, we absolutely did.
The teachers had one and the students had one.
Everybody went outside. We had, Ash was outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't smoke, but there was a smoking lounge where the students who smoked could go outside and smoke, and that horrifies people to think.
The 80s were crazy.
Yeah, the 80s were a thing.
They were crazy. Yeah.
Right.
So stupid, but whatever. It was what it was.
My uncle worked for R.J. Reynolds Tobacco his whole life, and they gave away free cigarettes to the employees. You could have all the cigarettes you wanted as long as you smoked them on the property.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
That seems really unhealthy, but okay.
Well, that was before there were warnings on cigarette
Right.
packages that, because they used to give cigarettes to people with asthma to help open up their lungs. It was a medical treatment. Back in the 30s and 40s, they would prescribe cigarettes.
My pulmonologist has some of those packs in a case in his office. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I remember as an asthmatic, yes, I smoked. I remember my mother, me being in the hospital, hooked up to all the IVs, taking the breathing treatments, and my mom going down the hall in the hospital to go to the smoking lounge.
What was it like? Well ventilated?
Oh God, no. That was
There
in
was
the
a lady-
60s and 70s. Yeah.
There was a lady in the store during COVID, at the end of COVID, and she had on 3 masks. She was checking out in front of me.
Oh!
3 masks. Well, I walked out of the store. She was standing outside and had a cigarette in each hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're worried about what's coming through your mask? What about what you're double fisting into your lungs, lady?
I saw this. When David had his neck surgery because he was in a car accident, in 2018, I don't know, whatever. But then he had to keep going to doctor, whatever. And I'd sit in the car during COVID, during the whole bullshit. And I saw, we would go once a week, so I would see the same people. And there were these 2 people wearing masks. They'd come outside, they'd pull down the mask, they'd smoke their What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
But you just can't tell some people, Ooh.
When my mom had her heart attack, the other patient in the room would sneak outside to smoke. And that lady had a lung transplant. And she still had smoked. Like, really? People are crazy about their health sometimes.
I see so many people. I go to hospitals. I see so many doctors and nurses sitting outside smoke. You don't even know what you're doing.
I don't know. I mean, I get it's an addiction. My parents were addicted. It was.
I get it. I was too, but come on.
My aunt quit, and then she started up again. And when they came to visit us, my mom wouldn't let her smoke in the house.
Yeah.
And this was during when the first war in Iraq. And so she would say she was going out to watch for Scud missiles. So that was her code for going out for Scud.
What?
Remember the Scud missiles? They said that they were going to be able to shoot them to America.
Yes, I do remember them. But
that was her code for going out smoking. She said she was going to go check for Scud missiles.
I'm going to look for UFOs. I believe. Yeah.
Instead of saying she was going to go smoke, she was going to go check for missiles.
Okay.
So,
Anyway.
Carol, is that black or is that navy you're working with? Your yarn. Oh, okay. It is blue because it's pretty.
It's navy. Yeah.
I might have gotten it. From
She's
the
young.
chicken
Her
one.
eyesight's good.
Is that the quantum colorway?
I have no idea.
When
It's
is
the one that came in the Patriot bundle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, we should defer to Lynn, who knows something.
I don't know.
about that.
I used like 5 different blues on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
All I know
And
is that
5 or 6
that-
different reds. So, yeah.
That
It looks
quantum
really good.
colorway is haunting me. That's my favorite blue.
I don't know how well you
Oh,
can
the
see it.
quantum.
Yeah.
I'm mad at you,
But-
Liz, because you mentioned the spectrum, and now I want to make another one.
See
I'm
if I can
sorry.
share that. It looks
That's
so
really
good.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, the Tunisian goes really well with it.
Tunisian.
Tunisian.
Oh, yeah, Mama Nevins. Your son wouldn't have been the other one. My son would
can't
do
see.
that too, tell strangers not to smoke. Most of them were okay with it, but some of them got really defensive when a total strange
Oh,
child
yeah.
comes telling him not to smoke.
I had some kids at the mall. This is back when malls were a thing. Some kid came up to me, 15, 16 years old. Oh, do you have any cigarettes? I'm like, you shouldn't be smoking. Oh, and they got all shitty with me. I'm like, just go away, little boy.
We had a petting zoo, or not, it was a micro zoo here in Las Vegas, and they closed it because the animals weren't treated the best. There was a chimpanzee there that people would feed and give cigarettes to.
What?
Yeah,
Why are you giving? No, do
Just-
not give
because
monkeys
someone had taught.
cigarettes.
I don't know. I think he was a rescue or something. I don't know how he'd gotten
I
there,
don't
but
care.
he'd been taught how to smoke, and
Monkeys
people would
don't
give him
smoke.
people would give him food and cigarettes, and he would smoke it. It was like,
These
I
are
know.
sad stories. Do we have
They
happy
are.
stories?
yeah,
Yes, I'm gonna do Lisa Frank. I'm gonna do Lisa.
That's a great story. I love it.
No monkey
Sparkle, sparkle.
smoking. No, no, no monkey smoking.
so
What else happened that was good? I don't know. Democracy was saved this weekend.
Tom McDonald has a new video out. That was good.
I saw it. It was amazing.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
like-
amazing.
Very good.
Go watch it.
He has two. Both of them are really good. The Heroes one is really good too. The one should be an anthem for a certain political candidate, but I think he should play it when he goes into things. But
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh,
would be
Amy
appropriate.
left because Amy and I have to have a conversation. She needs to call our friend John Mayer because we need a new
Call
album.
him.
So there's
Call
that.
him. I did not know Amy was on that friendly a term with him.
She might be. I don't know. I'm not, but she might be. Because
Yes.
tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of his last album. And so we're a little upset.
Oh, I love him.
Don't you just?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
She
Yeah,
died.
Dr. Ruth died, but she was
That-
old.
You know what? I remember watching her in college.
Yes.
I remember watching
She had
her
a
in all the
show
talk
at
shows.
night, late night show.
Yep.
Yes. Mhm.
She gave the most ridiculous advice, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, but if you read her biography,
Oh, I know.
that she's like
She
like
lived a
the
life.
Julia Child of whatever. Like they had these full lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
she
survived the Holocaust. Her family didn't.
Oh, I know.
And then she
I
went
used
on.
to love
and-
watching her on talk shows though, because
Oh my
she would
God,
embarrass
yeah.
the hosts.
She was
Oh, yeah.
so funny. And
She-
yeah.
Who is Dead and Company? John Mayer is too busy with Dead and Company. Is that another
John
group?
Mayer. Okay, so yes, yeah. So, but they've ended their tour now. Yarn Motivated Joyce. So so Dead and Company. So they've lost a couple members of their group, and I'm not a Grateful Dead person, so I don't know who it was, but they lost a couple members of their group. So
Okay.
they invited him to come and play with them, and he's done really good. But he also does his own stuff, this and that. But Sob Rock was 3 years ago tomorrow. and we feel like it's time for him to put out another album.
Okay.
I have to go. I'm about to fall asleep on you.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Carol.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
thank
Well,
you
you had
for
a busy week.
coming.
Thanks for
for
coming.
sharing your shawls.
Oh,
Yep.
sparkles,
Sparkle.
Okay.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkles.
Ooh, she's
Oh,
gone.
Kate
Yep.
Middleton. There was a Kate Middleton sighting.
I
Yeah,
saw
she
it.
was at Wimbledon.
She
looks
was
good.
wearing a lovely lavender dress. It was lovely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good for her. She took her little girl, who's adorable. Looks just like the Queen did when she was little.
Yes.
Yes.
If you see the picture, she looks just like her. That was very sweet. I'm trying to think what other good stuff happened. It's overshadowed.
Yeah.
I know.
I just try to live my life like David and I are now. We're watching The Blacklist,
Oh,
right?
loved
I
right? Right.
I watched a couple seasons of that, but then I
We're
got
on
tired of it.
season 3, episode, I don't know, 4 or something. And when I first started, okay, so listen, we're 80s, okay? So I always hated him because he was Steph in Pretty in Pink. And I'm like, yeah, how do you, this guy's a total douchebag, okay? And then I saw him, now I know he did a bunch of other stuff. Then I saw him on Boston Legal. I was like,
another great one.
Oh my God, he's so good. And also, his chemistry with William Shatner is fantastic. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then we started watching a Blacklist, and I'm like, why is he so underrated?
Because
And
he doesn't take the lead character leading man roles. He takes the.
But we're on season 3, and we sit there and look at like, why is he so good? Why is he so good? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, when we get done here, because I'm very interested in the home run derby. It's going on right now, but I don't know what's going on because I don't have ESPN. But we're gonna watch at least 1 or 2 episodes of Blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show.
Oh, it's so good. So good. No spoilers, please, because we're only on season 3. But yeah, I don't understand how I underestimated him.
Yeah, he's magnificent.
He is so good.
And when he ad libs his little things about his little stories, that reminds me of when I had the French woman in the in the bathtub.
So good.
Yeah.
He is so good. He's just an absolute gem. And I feel like he's so underrated.
Yep.
And I underrated him for, 30 years. I'm sorry.
Right.
James. I'm sorry.
I'm going to need to go eat.
We're time to go?
Yeah.
It's time to go.
It's 6 already. Yeah. It's
okay.
It was
Thanks,
good to
Chad,
see
for
everybody.
coming. I can't see you.
Thanks
I'll
for
see
coming.
you on the replay. Yeah.
Thanks,
Lynn, for sticking around and coming back and coming back.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And watch
I'm
the
like
Knitting
a
Wars
cat.
tomorrow.
Yes.
So that'll be tomorrow.
And we're gonna
Knitting
watch,
Wars. Yes.
We're gonna watch DK rip some things out. Ugh. That's gonna be painful.
Get out my Orville Redenbachers.
Yes. All right. Thank you,
Orville
ladies.
Redenbachers. I remember those commercials.
Thanks.
Yeah. We'll
Bye.
see you
Thanks
next
for
time.
coming. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Chad.
Bye.
I hope everybody enjoyed Shark Week. We enjoyed being part of it, and we look forward to next year. Who knows what Ann will pick for next year? So
they're coming up soon. Yeah,
I know. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.